Just a quick video on the Logitech G512 Carbon using the tactile and linear switch. So the linear is the new one, basically means there's no tactile bump. And for comparison, I'll use some Cherry MX Silence too. I've already reviewed the G413, and the G512 is basically that but with RGB. So I'll leave a link to the review in the description for that. In this, I do want to focus on the new switches and the typing experience. So this is a typing test on the Roma G Linear. This is a typing test on the tactile. Now just to test single key for you. That's the tactile, now the linear. Yeah, to me that's so much nicer. Definitely prefer the linear. Now for the Cherry MX Silence on the Fanatec Mini Streak. This could go either way, I'm really not sure which one I prefer. They both sound good to me, so I think I'd be happy on either. Listening back on a headset, you might think differently, but just live and listening to this right now, I like each but for different reasons, so it kind of balances out. I wouldn't mind either. Maybe the decision can be made when I actually slam them. I think that's a win for the Cherry MX. Either way, for general use in typing and even gaming, I've been using both of these for the last week. Really depends what kind of keyboard you want, I think. It would be better to focus on features and design, rather than just a switch type. And now a typing test on the Cherry MX Silent. Okay, so my verdict is that the linear are quieter and feel smoother than the tactile, and while they are quiet, they're not as quiet as the Cherry MX Silent on the Fanatec Mini Streak. I think I prefer the MX Silent in pretty much every way, except the Roma G Linear just feel a bit smoother, and they're very well stabilized. As you can see here, tiny bit of wobble, and pretty much none on there. Overall, they're fairly similar. One thing I do want to point out though is the key chatter. So if I do this, as far as keyboards go, the Logitech one isn't too bad in that regard, but the Fanatec Mini Streak is a lot better. Also, when I do that, the keycaps do feel a bit sharp on the Logitech, and I'm aware of that while typing and gaming. So I think they could soften these edges on these keycaps. And a final note, I love that there's so much light bleeding out of this, but if that's not your kind of thing, the Roma G switch is set up so that there's no light bleed. Personal preference. Anyway, hope that helps for now. Big thanks to Logitech for sending these out for testing. Usual links in the description if you want to help support the channel. Like and share this video, and I'll catch you in the next.